Historical note: while the purpose of Passiontide is to call to our minds the persecution of which our Lord was the object during his public life, it is concerned more especially with the last year of his ministry. Then it was that the hatred of his enemies, which increased daily, began to reveal itself in more tangible forms, culminating in the drama which the Church reproduces in Holy Week, when day by day she follows the footsteps of her Lord. The second year after having cured the son of the widow of Naim, our Lord absolves Mary Magdalene, the woman who was a sinner, but who did not fear to come and throw herself at his feet while he reclined at the table of Simon the Pharisee. Judas's avarice foreshadows his crime. The third year after the Transfiguration, Jesus returns to Capernaum, immediately afterwards making the pilgrimage to Jerusalem for the Feast of the Tabernacles. He proclaims himself the fountain of living water, refreshing the souls of men, and foretells his approaching death. When the festivities are over, he gives proofs of his divinity to the Jews, who, in consequence, tried to stone him. He returns to Galilee, but again visits Jerusalem in the winter for the feast of the dedication. The Jews again wished to stone him, for is not he a blasphemer who claims to be one with the Father in heaven? Subsequently, going into Perea, our Lord is called from thence to Bethany, where he raises Lazarus from the dead, a miracle which wins him such renown that the Jews, no longer able to contain their jealous hatred, definitely decide upon his death. Our Lord, therefore, takes refuge at Ephraim, returning 6 days before the Passover to Bethany, where, for his burial, Mary Magdalene pours a precious ointment over his feet. The Great Week. The next day, Jesus makes his triumphal entry into Jerusalem. The same evening he leaves the town, returning the next day, i.e., the Monday in Holy Week, when he receives a certain Gentile in the temple. On the Wednesday evening he goes towards the Mount of Olives, foretelling to his disciples his passion, now close at hand. He does not return to Jerusalem until the Thursday evening for the Last Supper, is crucified the next day on Calvary at the city gates, is buried the same day in the sepulchre from whence he issued triumphant on Sunday morning.